All of your attention if we but before that, we're going to do a quick introduction.
Yeah. So I wanted to start by thanking everyone for coming out tonight to celebrate my dad. He's a pretty awesome guy, as you all know, and I'm really thrilled to hear what you might have to say about him. Well, he does get to this. But we love him, so we're glad he could be here to celebrate with us. So, I'll just have some introductions about technology
and speech number one. I have your speech. I took the bullet because we all know that everyone is giving speeches, so it's really an honor. It really is an honor to do the opening speech. Appreciation for the man that evening, Dr. Gerald Greenfield, his 70th birthday. Thank you. So to explain the technology, we are videotaping. So there's a camera back there. So if you're going to give a speech, you should be in this general area where I'm standing, maybe 5 to 6 foot radius. Also, we don't have any amplification. So even though you see a microphone right here, it's not amplified, so you have to speak up. So the microphone. We are recording so that later we can do a video and we can make it all nice. So when I'm done with my speech, I will hand it off to whoever's second, and you're going to have to pass it to the next person. And it does not need to be, show you here, it does not need to be attached to your, like this close. It's best attached to your back, but you can hold it like this. Okay, you're comfortable that way. I'm going to do this because it's. So what else? We will be doing still photography as well. So again, up here makes it easier for us to do that. And without further ado, we'll begin. So if you can join. So I wasn't sure who was going to be here. I think I know most of you. I'll give you a short story to kind of explain my personality. If you do know me, you know that I tend to be a bit of a serious person, right? I can tell that today. Yeah. So, just to give you a sense of my personality, my brother and sister gave me a nickname when I was very young, younger than you were, and it was Somber Child. Somber Child. So, and I suspect it was for the serious nature. And I asked my brother recently, maybe last year, I said, does that nickname still hold true? And he said, well, what do you think? So this speech will be a little serious, but it will not be somber. So, all right. I should have mentioned before, I don't know who's going second, so I guess it's whoever comes up here first. Maybe you can arm wrestle for second spot. It's up to you. All right, so I met Jerry first at the Greenfield car show. We met the same year that I started dating his daughter, Green, who I'm now married to and have 2 kids with. So I was pretty nervous meeting Jerry, and he really did well. But you know, he really set me at ease. He was very gracious, very pleasant. Wanted to get to know me personally, even in that brief window when we were at the car. We had lunch together, and after that, we watched the show and we talked about cars. I had no idea how confident Jerry was in cars. Incompetent? I had no idea how confident. And I had no idea how much influence Jerry would have on me over the years. How could I? But I knew from that moment that the nervousness and everything melted away. He was a joy to be around. Okay, so skip that joke. There's 3 jokes. Well, all right, I'll go ahead and tell. I suspect after that meeting, he may have hired a private detective to investigate. That's okay, though. So how could I have known that he was going to influence me? There's no way I could have known. Could you have known? But I had no idea how much I would really appreciate it and to admire it. And even in some ways to kind of model a little bit of some of the things that I appreciate. And I don't believe I've met anyone or had the opportunity to meet anyone that has kind of filled that spot for me. So I think Jerry's a very unique person. So, what type of speech is this exactly? So, when I considered what kind of speech I was going to write, it quickly became clear that I had to try to convey why it was that I felt Jerry was important to me and so I realized I'm now judging someone's character, right? And as the somber child, the serious one, of course, I'm a fan of philosophy. Well, guess what? When you're talking about virtues and values, you're talking about philosophy. So I know, big shock. Besides being so serious, I am a huge fan of philosophy. So I'm going to keep it traditional. We're not going to do any modern philosophy. We're going to stick with, and by traditional I mean 340 BC. Okay, we're going to stick with traditional philosophy. All right. So when I began crafting the speech, I found 2 questions that I kind of figured Aristotle grappled with when he was writing his ethical treatise. And the 2 questions were basically why and how should we appreciate someone? Obviously, in my case, we're talking about Gerald. But again, why and how would you appreciate someone? So first, I'll talk about the why. So as Aristotle claimed, we must learn by experience, right? We're not born knowing the difference between a virtue and a vice. He had a phrase called unscribed tablet. If you're familiar with Latin, you may have heard tabula rasa. Same meaning. Right? So to thrive, we must pursue and attain values. We learn by example that a virtue is that which helps us reach values, and a vice does the opposite. Right? We should care about identifying virtues in other people. Because it helps us with our own values and our own virtues and identify them, see how they work out, right? See what is a good virtue. So, identifying this in others actually promotes thriving life in our own schools. And this starts my explanation about why. So, Aristotle had a phrase, magnanimous man, or at least that's how it's been translated. I want to try and convince you all, if you're not already convinced, that Gerald is that. So that's the why. Now, how? How do we do that? So, how should we appreciate them? How should we appreciate them? By examining at least some of the values and virtues of a man. By setting a standard and by evaluating that standard. To do that, we need some evidence. It's my conviction that the stories you all will share will help provide that evidence. I have a little bit, but I don't want to take up 2 hours. So you're going to get your opportunity. And I think all of that will be evidence will show that Jerry is in fact a man. So I mentioned the standard earlier. So what is that standard? Because I say magnanimous man, it doesn't mean that you go where magnanimous man is. So Aristotle provides us with a useful suggestion. So he refers to the greatnesses. And in connection with magnanimous man, he drew up a considerable list of virtues. Now, I'm not going to go through all of them because we'll be here a long time. Some of them are a little archaic, again, 340 BC, right? But an important one that drew out to me very well was pride. Now, not lofty bragging pride, not twisted, ironic, self-deprecating pride, but appropriate pride. Pride of actual achievements, pride in proportion to the achievement. So Aristotle wrote some great words on this. Quote, great souledness, or as we may call it, proper pride, or self-respect, occupies a special place in the list of the virtues. The great souled man is he whose deserts and claims are like great. This virtue therefore presupposes the others and enhances them. It is a sort of crown of the virtues. The great souled man claims honor, even great honors, and even those conferred by good men will give him with moderate pleasure, since he is at most only getting his own. Still, he will accept them as the best that his fellow citizens have. Where others take the lead, he is slow to act, except where there is something great to be done. Okay, so in addition, Aristotle noted that friendships, family, and wealth were all necessary achievements to full pride. Only but three that were. Or if you have no friends, what does that say to you? If you have no family, again, what does that say to you? And if you have no wealth, what physical symbol can you to show the virtues you cultivated? So here tonight we have a family, which is the most intimate of relationships. We also have friends. And anyone who's seen Jerry's car collection, he has the wealth. So this is the last slide. Almost done. It's my hope you share your stories and your speeches tonight and reflect why you appreciate it. And if you didn't already think of Jerry as an example of a great soul man, if you didn't already think of Jerry as an inspiration, then I'm sure before the beginning you will. So I want to do a toast. And I think we know who we're doing it to. A toast to a man, a community of people, you all, who recognize virtue and seek value in themselves. Thank you. Cheers.
Thank you all. Wow.
Second.
You know, I thought it was a birthday celebration. It sounds more like a eulogy.
So, Mom met Jerry, I think it was 2 weeks after I moved out of the house. And with that, I'm a millennial. Don't worry, I won't be asking for a participation trophy. But when she met him, it was after I finished college and I had to move home, and that's why I was, out of the house again for like a third time to be an adult. And Mom's telling me about the guy, and I'm like, well, it sounds pretty great. She texts me a picture, and it's of Jerry's car, and they're standing in front of it, and they still have it, and it's framed. It's of the SLS. And I called her, and I said, Mom, do you know what that car is? She goes, what do you mean? And I said, it's an SLS. Is it an AMG? And then we started the first of many conversations that goes, Jerry, Whitney has a car question for you. But in all seriousness, every time I meet Jerry at his house or anywhere else, he teaches me one of 3 things. And we may not always agree, but I will always learn something about alcohol, cars, or politics. And after I met him, I called Mom. I don't know if you remember this. And I said, you did it. Team full of virtue. And I feel so honored to be a member of your family. It's not knocked me over. He's the visual aid. And as crazy as it sounds, it's only, I think we've known each other for 3 or 4 years, and you have been his father figure that I've never had. And the one thing that I admire the most about you, Jerry, is, and you guys will remember this, he takes us to restaurants all the time, and Jerry is such a fan of Washington and staying local and getting to know people. And there's this restaurant down the way, and it's a Chinese restaurant. And we go there and we get Mai Tais, and we get the hot and sour soup, and then we get dinner. And he knows the owners of this restaurant. And when Jerry told me that it was the best Chinese food he ever had, I said, okay, sure. And we go there, and it really was the best Chinese food that we ever had. The reason I didn't believe him is because Jerry is the nicest person I've ever met. And that's because he gets to know everybody. He knows the family that runs that restaurant, and he knows that they're good people, and he truly cares about each and every person that he meets. And you've touched my life, because now I find the good things in everybody. I look for that, and I support local businesses, and it's so you make a great impact on everybody. I think everybody here can agree on that. Here's to you.
It's a good thing you can't see me because I'm blushing really bad.
So, she made me cry, to be honest about that. And I have 2 daughters, Jerry has 1, but I love all 3 of our daughters, and I thank you for being there. And Marie did all the decorations. So, can you hear me?
Yep.
So anyway, we've been married for 2.5 years, and it's been the best 2.5 years of my life. It took a long time to find the right guy, and he's the one. So anyway, but I do have a toast, so I have to get my. Okay. So Jerry, on this day, I offer you these sweet words. I'll try. So, I will never be above you. I will never be below you. I will always be beside you. I love you. Happy birthday.
Do you have a speech, Finn? Would you like to say something?
Okay, this isn't going to be very long, but I just want to say about Jerry that
And who are you?
I am Jerry's sister. I can truly say that Jerry is one of the most kindest, most genuine people I've ever met. And as I've gotten older, it's hard for me. I've decided when I think about people and they really touched me and I really admire them and all, and they have wonderful qualities, I think to myself, that person has a really good heart. And for me, that's my way of expressing to myself and to my close friends. And Jerry has a very, very good heart. And I am very happy and proud to be his sister. But I'm especially happy and proud that I'm his younger sister. So I can tease him about that. I was going through my mind about funny stories growing up and whatever, but one thing that comes to mind for me is that I know you all know that Gerald started as a dentist and had a wonderful career as a dentist, but I believe that he had a second career that he really wanted to pursue, and that was being a hydroplane racer. Back in the 1950s, I can remember him being out in Dad's garage and building a miniature hydroplane out of wood, painting it, attaching it to a rope or a heavy twine, putting it on the back of his bicycle, and racing around 47th Street before the hydroplane races. And I think if he hadn't chosen dentistry, he might have been a hydroplane racer. So anyway, I thought to get him just something kind of funny. I have a big hunk candy bar because he is a big hunk even though he is not. And there is a many pieces of a hydroplane that you have two granddaughters that can help you put the Legos together. You can try yourself. But I love you very much. Next. John.
Grab the end of it, John. The other end. That's there you go.
I really am glad that Jerry isn't a hydroplane racer. Because as some of you know, I was. 60% of my good friends were all killed. So back in the day, I want to share a story with you. Where's Alfred?
Here.
My apologies, Alfred. 100 years ago, Maureen and my oldest boy were born in the same year. And that was well over 35 years ago. So we would take the very first year that the kids were this tall. Jerry and I would report the swap meet, Coco, Doreen, and we would put the kids in a playpen and roll them into the Portland swap meet, and the ladies would look after the kids, and we would go swapping. I had always thought, wouldn't it be great if these two, my oldest boy, and Maureen got together, because then Jerry and I could amalgamate our collection. In the 35 plus years that I've known Jerry, we've never had a horse story. Have been dear friends all of that time. Went from Model A Fords through classics and all of the other ancillary things that the car hobby has brought us. And for many of you, I know it well, and I couldn't be any prouder of Jerry, and thanks very much for being part of his life.
Speech.
Coco and I have renewed the membership in our speech.
But you want to say something, and I'll give a speech afterwards? Okay. You want to say something?
Thank you, Dan.
So I've known Jerry most of my life, all of it. And I was doing the math, and it is 35 years, so I've known Jerry half of his life as well, which is it's a long time.
This is my nephew.
Yeah, my name is Jake Goodchild. I'm Jerry's nephew, and this is my son who has been creating disturbances over this. And so, as everyone has said, Jerry is a wonderful person, right? Very nice, very kind. And I mean, one of the great memories I have, as a family, is we do movie nights every Friday for like years, and it was something we all did together, which was amazing. And then we also did a trip to the East Coast, which was my first foray into like
I think the East Coast is a different world, as far as I can tell. And it was with Jerry, Andrew, and Lorene, and it was an amazing trip. We went to fancy food, and we saw historical places like, Liberty Bell, and, all sorts of places where I'd never even been, and it was very, the architecture is completely different there than it is here. And it was just an amazing experience to go and see Gettysburg, not Gettysburg, we went to Gettysburg, did we go to Gettysburg? We did, so I'm not lying, or maybe, but I could. But it was a great trip to just kind of get the historical view of everything and buildings, and he's always very giving, and yeah. and that I will say thank you for being a great uncle, and happy birthday.
Yeah.
I'm Adrian Taylor, and I am Jerry's former neighbor. I used to live here on the island. And years ago, it's been almost 20 years ago, that in the old car hobby, I had friends of mine say, hey, there's a guy that lives in your neighborhood, and he's got a pretty nice collection. You really ought to get to know him. So somewhere along the line, we met, and it's interesting the influence that people have on your life. But as I got to know Jerry, I know he said, there's a caravan coming up, and it's with the Classic Car Club, and you have to have a classic to join in this caravan. It's a lot of fun with your family. So that was my first foray into going out and buying a classic car so that I could go on a trip. But wonderful introduction to a really great group of people, many of which you are here tonight. I know Tom and Susan, I met you through the Classic Car Club. And it's been a lot of fun. Since then, I've really been mentored by Jerry all these years. I've gone to Hershey a number of times, and just feel like in a lot of ways that I'm his other son-in-law. It's just treated me very kindly and been a very good friend. But anyway, Jerry, thank you and congratulations on your 70th birthday. It's really great to be here. And the other part about hanging out with you that I've always loved is that I'm the young guy.
We know about him. He doesn't care for Hillary much.
Care for Hillary.
My name's Ron Child, and my son just talked to you a little bit ago, and I've known Jerry for probably 2 weeks. Oh, maybe more. We're also business partners, and like everybody else has said, Jerry's great. I can't enunciate any more on that, so happy birthday.
Any other brave souls out there?
That's enough.
You never say enough, Jerry.
I'll say something.
There you go.
So I'm Keenan's friend. A lot of you may not know me. I've had the privilege of meeting some of you through Jerry's car shows and a few of the events that, whoops, losing the mic. a few of the events at Keenan and Jerry's home that they've been gracious enough to invite me and my husband to. So, and obviously, like everybody has said, Jerry, we all know that Jerry's a wonderful person and very gracious. But what I'd like to say, Jerry, is what an exciting accomplishment. What a momentous day. Oh, it was a couple things ago, but I'm so glad we can celebrate here with you tonight. With 70 different ways to say that we love you and that we appreciate your friendship and all that you've done for your family and your friends. May you continue to live every day of your life. Cheers. Cheers.
I've been very blessed. Wonderful family. And I have the best friends in the world. I can't thank you all enough. You all are here because you brought special meaning into my life. You are my best friends. And I've enjoyed not just the car hobby, and the majority of you are my car friends, but for everybody that's here, it's our friendships that's what life's all about. And thank you so very much.
Hey, I just want to say one thing. I asked Jerry once, how come he doesn't have any enemies? He says, I outlived all the SOBs. I
want to thank Lorene and his beautiful wife for doing this for me. I'm just blown away. And look forward to having you all of you back for my 80th. Every one of you is a very special person in my life.
Now we take